Hello, everyone, and welcome to the whiskey review for this edition of the Wine Review. Today I am doing High West Whiskey Double Rye. It is a blend of straight rye whiskeys, batch number 17A03 or 03, I'm not quite sure. 46% alcohol by volume, and they are out of Park City, Utah. About $30 for these guys, at least for this edition of their double rye. They do have some other ones that are much more expensive, but this one is sort of one of their lower cheaper ones. We get asked all the time, why double and why? Why double and why double? Whatever. Double because this whiskey is created from two rye whiskeys, both a minimum of 2 years old and sourced from multiple distilleries. See highwest.com for technical details and sourcing. That's not a secret. However, the proportions are. The exclamation point is to signify our aim with this whiskey. Because there is a exclamation point. That's what they meant. Why double and why rye exclamation point. I get it now. That's what they were saying. The exclamation point is to signify our aim with this whiskey. Showcase the beauty that is rye and create the spiciest rye whiskeys anywhere. We think we did that. The 2-year-old is a beautiful high rye that tastes of cinnamon, clove, anise, eucalyptus buttons, and evergreen gin-like flavors. The older rye is just enough caramel sweetness and woody vanilla richness to calm the bite of the younger rye. The resulting combination is bold, balanced, complex, and perfect for mixing. We recommend trying a double rye exclamation point in a Manhattan. Our old-fashioned is absolutely superb for sipping alone or sharing with other cowboys and good old-looking strangers. And then after that, it just kind of goes into tell you a little bit about the history of High West. That's their first distillery in 1870. I'm just going to paraphrase because it's long. If you find yourself in the Old Town Park City, stop by and to have some whiskey and other, try some whiskeys and other stuff that they make. And that's about all I want to go into because it's long. I mean, there it is, like a whole thing. So I'm just going to get right to it. I have a little small glass. Very nice, like, oh my god, it's like a nice caramel coloring, nice kind of goldish, getting to like brown sort of tint on it. Just a really, really nice, you can even see in the bottle, just this like nice, really brownish caramel look to it. And this is my second ever whiskey review, my first ever rye. Whew. Boy, there's some nice spiciness on the nose. You can really get the cinnamon. Definitely like the eucalyptus. There's definitely some botanical notes going on here. A little bit of vanilla, some cloves, so like allspice, I guess you would say. Maybe a touch of vanilla in there, and then of course some smoky notes as well. along with that spice. So kind of everything just really blends together well with the botanical and the spiciness. And a little bit of those sweet notes as well. All right, let's go ahead and try it. Yeah, wow. It definitely has bold spices going on. You really can pick up the cinnamon, sort of like the clove. But it really does sort of mellow down with the sweet tones coming out. A little bit of caramel, maybe a little bit of vanilla, just a touch of, just a very slight touch of this sort of botanical taste as well in the mouth. It's kind of like this nice, I don't know, kind of like a little bit of garden herb or something that just really, like, I guess that would be the eucalyptus, but just really just kind of has that nice, I don't know, maybe there's also like maybe some sort of juniper taste maybe as well. And then sort of now at the finish, sort of like leaving this nice, just slight little burn on the tongue, nothing too terrible, but you sort of do get a slight little bit of like, as if you imagine like you eat like some really spicy food, and after it's been now after a while, the spice, everything's all gone. You're back to like breathing normal, and your mouth feels better, but you still sort of have that residue sort of stinging or tickling on the tongue. That's sort of what this has at the very, very finish. Still just fantastic. Just really just melting and staying there. Really now start feeling in the throat. I mean, this definitely, you can definitely tell. You can definitely tell. I mean, it might start off spicy, but you know, that sweet finish and then sort of that little bit of lingering spice. I mean, this is good. I mean, it's not too overpowering, but it's not too laid back. I mean, I think it just has a great blend together. And, you know, I mean, and this is my type of whiskey, I think, so far that I like when it comes to bourbons and especially ryes. It's on the lighter side. I mean, it is 46% alcohol, but man, that nice sweetness in there really does help mellow it down. So, being that this is my second ever, you can sort of see at the bottom a little bit of maybe like coatings of I don't know, whatever, sugar or barrel, and that's what I wouldn't imagine sugar, but sort of see like some little crystals down there. Or maybe that's just how the bottle's made. Maybe that's just how the bottle's made. I don't know. So my first ever rye review for you all, second ever whiskey. Again, take these with a grain of salt. I'm still learning. As I get better, as I start trying more, I'll start probably going in more in depth like I do with my wine. So I would say on a 5-scale basis, oh man, I mean, this is, I mean, for the flavor I think that it gives you, for the price point, and for maybe just a nice drinker that somebody like me just sort of getting into it, I would give this a 4.5 out of 5. I like it. It's one of the rides that I have had offside from doing reviews that I like. Because like I said, it does have a spicy start. It has this nice sort of mellow, sweet layering on top of that, and that's what I like. So that's why this gets a 4.5 out of 5. And I just so that's the High West Whiskey Double Rye exclamation point. And there is another High West bourbon that I have that I'll be doing eventually sometime. And then, of course, a lot more bourbons and ryes to come ahead in the coming weeks and months. Probably 1 a month or 2 a month. You know, like I said, still need to get my collection going. But once I do have a decent collection, I might start doing more frequently. But I mean, there's right now about only 2 dozen that I actually want to own. Plus, I don't have enough space, so that's another thing. But until next time, everyone, join me on my next review coming up this weekend, which will be going back to a wine. I already have planned out what I'm doing this weekend. I'm not going to tell you. I want it to be a surprise, but it's one I've had before, and it's from a line that's been hit or miss for me, but I frankly do enjoy this one. I will see you all then, and until next time, cheers.